Why would a loving God send billions of people to hell? That is a question on a lot of people's minds, including Kirk Cameron's, as he talked about in one of his recent videos. In response to that, here are a few questions to consider. From the book, World Religions. If God allows all people into his kingdom just the way they are morally, then that means he must allow mass murderers like Stalin, Hitler, and Pol Pot, and even serial killers into his kingdom. Would God's kingdom still be heaven, or would it be hell? If God allows all people into his kingdom, regardless of the way they are, so the way they are morally, then it means he has condoned their actions. Would not such acceptance reflect flaws in God's character? Would we want to associate with such a God? If God is absolutely holy and yet all people are ushered into his presence without any moral change having been effected, might it not be a greater punishment for sinners to be in the presence of an absolutely holy God than what hell would be? And finally, if God allows all people into his kingdom, but only after he has changed them to make them loving people, regardless of whether or not they want to be changed, then has he not made them into robots with no free will? These are the questions we must ask ourselves. We must also do more thorough research into all of these things, into Bible passages that talk about heaven and hell, and into other good articles and commentary before coming to a decision. My decision is, though, and should be yours, is that hell is real, heaven is real, and we need to make sure we are ready to meet our Maker. We need to make sure we are going to heaven when we die. And for those of you that may choose to reject God, then you are ultimately choosing hell. And I hate for you to go there, and I don't want you to go there. I want you to go to heaven. But you have chosen it. Everybody has free choice. God didn't make us robots. He gave us free choice to choose between right and wrong, good and evil, heaven and hell.